Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first intermediate grade. Our textbook is Super Goal number 1, and today we will be learning unit number 7, What Are You Doing? And specifically writing and project. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Al-Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Saleh Al-Ajan. So welcome everyone. Our objectives in today's lesson, we hope that at the end of this lesson, you will be able to compose sentences from scrambled words and also to create a report about a popular teen hangout. So let's begin. Before we start, let's just do a quick revision on our last lesson. Last lesson, we had a reading on what is this place, where we showed you several pictures of this place. As you can see, here we can see people who are walking, people standing at the booth buying, and here we have two people who are walking next to each other and hang out, and also people here at the different restaurants who are eating, and also people here playing with their kids. And we ask you that, where do you think the people are? So all of these activities, shopping and playing and walking, talking, drinking, so all of these activities people who usually do, where do you think they are? And we said that they were at, very good, they were at a shopping mall. And also we have read about specifically about those malls, and we have learned also why are they called the teenager's favorite place. And we said that they are called the teenager's favorite place because shopping malls are their favorite place, because it means their teenagers can meet their friends and can socialize and have all the facilities that teens may want. So it has playing areas, it has stores with the latest fashions, and also it has different restaurants. So everything that teens might want is at a shopping mall. And this is why they were called the mall generation. This is why the teenagers are called the mall generation. Why? Because they like to hang out at shopping mall. And we have shown different activities that what teenagers usually do at a shopping mall. We said, for example, they can chat, talk on cell phones, send text message, and also eating snacks, drinking soda in the food court, shopping, or just hanging out. So this is all the activities that teens like to do at the shopping mall, and this is why it's their favorite place. And also we had a couple of questions regarding the reading we have just showed you about the mall generation. And we said why it is called mall generation, because it's a favorite place when they meet their friends and socialize and hang out together. And also here are the activities. The activities differ, and also the advantages of malls, the advantages, the good things that teenagers find in a mall. We said that they are comfortable and they are safe in all kinds of weather. So as for our today's lesson, please open your books on page 70. Today we will have writing, and the first exercise we will do in today's lesson, which is we're trying to put the words in order to make sentences. So as you can see here we have 6 different sentences, and all of them is scrambled. They are not in the correct order. So these sentences need to be rearranged again. So today we will learn to unscramble those words to make a full understandable sentences. So let's begin with the first sentence. Here we have the first sentence. Let's read the words that is in this sentence, and then me and you try to unscramble, try to rearrange those words and put them in the correct order so we can have an understandable sentence. So the first word here we have is reading, in, living, is, a, father, room, newspaper, and the article that. So here we have the different words that not in correct order, so let's put them in the correct order. So how can I tell what is the correct order for each sentence? Usually, when we have a regular sentence that is not a question, we started it with a subject. So, what is the subject in these words? So obviously, reading is not a subject, and living is a room, newspaper, all of them is not a subject, because the subject usually that we begin with our sentence usually start with a capital letter. So in our case here, what is the word that we start with? Very good. The word is father. This is the word that we start with. And also we learn from our last grammar rule that we after the subject we use a verb to be. And how many verbs to be we have here? We have only one, which is excellent. So is here is the verb to be. So here we can cross is and we can cross father. So father is, and we said that after the subject there is a verb to be, and after the verb to be there is a verb ends with ing. So we have the two words that ends with ing. We have reading, we have living, and the other words we have, which is newspaper and room. So if we want to put them in a correct order, we cannot say, or we wouldn't say, for example, living in the reading or for the newspaper. We put them vice versa. We would say that father is reading. Reading what? He is reading the newspaper we have. So here we're going to cross reading, and we're going to cross newspaper. So father is reading the newspaper in a living room, or in the living room. And the living room is one of the places that we have talked about when we describe our homes. So here we go. This is the sentence in a correct order. Father is reading the newspaper in the living room. So here is the answer of the first sentence. Let's go now try to unscramble the second sentence. So here we have they, sandwiches, in, cafeteria, are, the article the, eating, and the question mark. So here we have a question mark, and it is important to know whether we are unscrambling a sentence or a question, because if we want to unscramble a sentence, we start with a subject, a regular subject. But if we want to unscramble a sentence that or a question, that question must start with either the double H questions or the verb to be. So from looking at the list of words we have here, what is the verb to be that we would use to make a question? Excellent. The verb to be is are. So we start our question here with are. We start our question here with are. We're going to cross the verb to be are. And also, we said that in order to make question, in the last grammar lesson, we said that we start with a verb to be followed by a subject. So what is the subject here? Very good. The subject here we have is they. The subject here we have is they. And after they comes the verb that ends with ing. And here we have only the verb eating. So, are they eating? Are they eating sandwiches? And what is the place? The place is the cafeteria. So the question will be, are they eating sandwiches in the cafeteria? So here we have unscrambled a question, and we put them in the correct order. Now, let's try to answer number 3. Number 3, again, we have the word friend, email, he, writing, to, is, and, his, and question mark. As we did with number 2, we should start a question with a verb to be. And what is the verb to be we have here? Very good. The verb to be here we have is. And what comes usually with, or the subject that followed or should follow the verb to be is? Excellent. So the subject that we would use with is, which is he. So here we're going to cross is, and we're going to cross he. After this one, or after the subject, comes a verb that ends with ing. So the verb here is writing. So the question will be, is he writing? And here we must mention a noun. What is he writing exactly? Of course, we're not saying he is writing a friend. It's the correct answer is that he is writing an email. He is writing an email to whom? It must be to a person, and that person is to his friend. To his friend. So here we have unscrambled a question. We started with is. Is he writing an email to his friend? Is he writing an email to his friend? And this is the correct order for this question. Let's try to do number 4. Number 4, we have different words. The first one is she, mother, is, housework, her, the, helping, and with. So here we're going to unscramble a sentence, not a question. And why did we say it's not a question? Because here we don't have a question mark. So this is why we're going to unscramble a sentence. And as we said in the beginning, a sentence usually starts with a subject. And the subject we have here is she. So here we would say she, followed by the verb to be is, and also the verb that ends with ing, helping. So she is helping. Now we must mention a person. Helping who exactly? She is helping her mother. In what? She is helping her mother with the housework. She is helping her mother with the housework. So here we have the unscrambled sentence number 4. Now moving on to sentence number 5. Here we have playing the games aren't we computer on. So this is a sentence and not a question because we don't have a question mark, and now we will try to unscramble it. And we said that in the sentences we start with a subject, and the subject here we have is we. And what is the verb to be that comes with we? Which is are. And in our case here, this is followed by a negative, so we would say we aren't, and a verb ing as well. We aren't playing games on the computer. We aren't playing games on the computer. So this is the answer of number 5, or sentences number 5. The last one we have in this exercise, number 6, you chatting who with and are, and a question mark. So now we're going to unscramble a question and not a sentence. And since we are unscramble a question, we start, as we said, either with a double-edged question or a verb to be. Let's see if we have now a double-edged question. Yes, we do, which is who. So we're going to use who in the beginning of the answer. So the question will be, who are you? So this is the double-edged question, verb to be, the subject, and the verb that ends with ing. Who are you chatting with? The question will be, who are you chatting with? So this is the answer of question number 6. So here you go. We have unscrambled 6 sentences. Some of them were questions and some of them were sentences. And it's important to know the order of the words when we want to unscramble. Now, let us move on to the second part of our today's lesson. We have mentioned this in the previous unit. We talked about something we call the personal pronoun. We said that if we want to use nouns for people, nouns or people, okay, we don't have to mention it twice. For example, the first one, my name is Hussein. I am doing my homework. So here, instead of mentioning the name of Hussein twice, in the second part of the sentence, we used, instead of Hussein, we used the personal pronoun I. We use the personal pronoun I. So this is not to make or not to write any longer words. We can, instead of mentioning the name twice, we can only use the personal pronoun. Let's see the second example. The second example we have, Amal is a teacher. Amal is a teacher. She is teaching her class. So she here is a personal pronoun. She here is a personal pronoun that refers to Amal. So we don't have to mention Amal's name twice. We don't have to mention Amal's name twice. It's better that if we use a personal pronoun instead. So she here refers to Amal. The third one, my brother is a student. My brother is a student. He is studying. He is studying. And here we have the personal pronoun he that refers to my brother. I don't have to mention it twice. I don't have to say my brother is a student, my brother is studying. No, I can use instead a personal pronoun. The fourth one, my friends are at the mall. My friends are at the mall. They are shopping. So here I mentioned I wrote a personal pronoun, which is they. So I don't have to mention my friends again. And the last one, this is my friend. We are walking to school. We are walking to school. And here the personal pronoun we refers to myself and also my friend. So it's very important that we use a personal pronoun to not repeat the name of people in every sentence. Now, in exercise B, we have an interesting one. We're going to read about Sabah's families. We're going to work with a partner and ask and answer a question about the members of her family. The members of her family. For example, we're going to talk about or ask question about her father, her mother, her brother and sister. So let's use the personal pronoun when we talk about them. So let me read you the text before, and then we'll have a couple of questions about Sabah's family. So it is Saturday today. I am in my room. I am doing my homework. I am doing my homework. My parents are shopping at the supermarket, and my grandfather is in the backyard. He is drinking coffee and reading a newspaper. I think that my brother Ali is in the park. He is riding his bike or he is running. My baby brother is in the kitchen with my grandmother. He is playing with his toys and she is cooking. So now this is the text about Sabah's family. Sabah talks about her family members. So we're going to make a similar question. We're going to ask about where are they and what are they doing. For example, where is Sabah? According to the text, where is Sabah? We can say Sabah is in her room. She said here that I am in my room. I am in my room. And the second question, what is she doing? What is she doing? Instead of saying what is Sabah doing, we said what is she doing? So what is she doing? She is doing her homework. How can we know? Because here she said I am doing my homework. Now let's try to make a question about her family members. So we have talked about Salah, and now let's make question about her parents. So the question will be, where are her parents? Where are her parents? She said that my parents are at the shopping mall, or my parents are shopping at the supermarket. So this is the answer. They are at the supermarket. And the second one, what are they doing? So instead of saying what her parents are doing? We said instead they. What are they doing? What are they doing? They are shopping, as Sabah said. Now let's ask about other member of the family, which is her grandfather. So where is her grandfather? She said that he is in the backyard. My grandfather is in the backyard. And what is he doing? He is drinking coffee and reading a newspaper. He is drinking coffee and reading a newspaper. So you notice the same question we have used, but we change the subject. So we ask about Sabah, we ask about her parents, we ask about her grandfather. And also another family member, her brother Ali. Where is her brother Ali? He is in the park. As we can see here, he is in the park. And what is he doing? He is riding his bike or he is running. So we can write both of them. And the last one of her family member, we have two left. Where is her baby brother? She said, my baby brother in the kitchen with the grandmother. And what is he doing? He is playing with his toys. He is playing with his toys. And the last one, her grandmother, where is she? She said that she is in the kitchen with her baby brother. And also, what is she doing? She is cooking. So this is how we come up with a question. And as I said, notice that we use the same question, but we change the subject. We change the subject and we change the personal pronoun of those questions. Why is this important? Because I want you to write a similar text. So I want you to talk about your family members and friends. What are they doing now? And write a paragraph and compare it with a partner or a family member or with Sabah's text. So how can you write a paragraph? Just ask yourself those questions. First, what day is today? Mention what is the day is today. And also, where are they? So think of each family member and tell us where are they, and most importantly, what are they doing? So here I have wrote an example. We can answer as the first question. It is Wednesday today. My parents are walking. My parents are walking at the mall. So here we have mentioned where are they and what are they doing. And my brother, another family member, my brother is in his room. He is playing video games. So I mentioned where is my brother and what is he doing. And the last family member, my sister is in the living room. And what is she doing? She is watching TV. So you can write a similar text, a similar paragraph by answering those three questions. And your project for today's lesson is that you choose a popular teen hangout, a place where teenagers likes to go to in your town, and take some photos, or you can find some photos from the internet. So just write about what they are doing and present to a report to your class. So just think of any hangout, any place that teenagers like to go to, and take pictures from the internet, or you take pictures by yourself and just write what are they doing and make a report. This will be an interesting one. Before we finish, don't forget that on your workbook on page 122, you will see additional writing practices with ongoing activities about what people are doing. So now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.